Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to my video. So we're doing this video on the Toyota 5050 pre-diluted super long life antifreeze coolant. This goes for about 30 $35. You know what's funny about these Toyota dealerships, or dealerships in general? These prices change up depending which dealership you go to, or they'll take off like $5 or they'll put on $5 or whatever. It's kind of funny because I've gone to some dealerships, they're like charging 35. I don't know what the amount is for these days, but I bought this like a year and a half ago and I still have about 90% of it left. um, I was having issues with I changed up a lot with the cooling system as far as the Prius is concerned. And I bought this bottle because it was a little bit low on coolant. I only use like 10% of this bottle. Maybe not even, maybe like 5% of this bottle. I don't even know if I'm going to actually use the rest of this bottle. It's like $30. It's expensive coolant. You can get like the same gallon of coolant for like $10, I think, at Walmart or even AutoZone. They sell pretty decently priced coolants. But hey, if you guys know whether this is any different than the regular coolant, let me know, because if you guys have, and I'll tell you this, um if you guys care about your car, I guess that whole the extra $20 is worth getting. That extra $20 is worth spending if you guys have a car that's worth taking care of, or for your own peace of mind. But I gotta be honest with you, there's like coolant these days that's pretty decent, for about 10 to $15. Now it's only $15 less. So I guess it kind of depends on what your financial situation is, because if you guys have a Prius, if you guys have a, actually if you guys have like a Toyota, because the hybrid system and the cooling system, the radiator fluid and stuff like that actually works on the same coolant. It works on coolant. You could literally put regular coolant in your hybrid system, your hybrid reservoir, your hybrid cooling system. And I'm not talking about radiator system. I'm talking about like the whole hybrid the mechanism itself that takes coolant. This is what they use, is actually just coolant, just to cool down the parts. All right, so the cooling system, the radiator water, the radiator fluid, and the hybrid system cooling system fluids are pretty much the same thing. You're using this right here, which is pre-diluted super long life antifreeze coolant. Now I've had these coolants before. No, wait. Let me get that straight. I actually had a Prius with with a leak in the hybrid. What is it called? It's the word escapes me, but it essentially is part of the hybrid mechanism, and there was a leak, and I saw a lot of pink crystallized mm, crystallized stuff in the area. Now I think these coolants actually have a stop leak added to them, and that's the thing that actually crystallized, and it did a good job. Now I think there are stop leaks um, in coolant these days. Don't have to add them. Um, you know, what am I trying to say, guys? Well, this whole video is it worth spending that extra, I don't know, $20, 15, $20 to get this coolant? Well, you know what? I had a choice. My hybrid had my Toyota Prius had I had a Highlander before too, a Highlander hybrid. It had like, both these vehicles are high mileage with like 100. The hybrid had like a the Highlander had like 170,000 miles. The Prius has like 220,000 miles at this point. The Prius is pretty banged up, but I had a choice when I needed the coolant of either getting the Toyota branded coolant, or Toyota branded coolant or a regular coolant, and I was thinking to myself, let me see, with taxes 15 versus 35, what's the best option? 15 versus 35. And I really didn't need much of it, and it was weighing on my mind whether I should just go the cheaper route. But I ended up getting this. I ended up getting this. I ended up getting this. So you guys can see I didn't even use most of this. I probably won't use most of this. And you know what? I might just use this as coolant for other vehicles because it's just regular coolant. I don't think it's special. I don't think it's special, but just for the peace of mind, I went out and spent an extra $20 on Toyota branded coolants instead of regular coolants. So I don't know. I think that's just up to you guys. If you guys are in like a financial bind and you guys needed some coolant, you guys throw in that $20, that $15, $20 is something that matters to you much more than other people who have other means. I guess you could actually, probably not. I mean, cars are pretty these. You know what? If I had to think about it, probably should spend the extra $30 for Toyota stuff, for Toyota coolant. I mean, if it was a huge difference, like $50 versus $15, then that might be a big difference. $20, I don't think that's a big difference enough to actually go out and maybe put your car in some kind of issue. I don't think there's any issues if you use regular coolant. I mean, there's some pretty high grade coolants out there that's over the counter from a lot of these different manufacturers. So I don't think it's a huge deal, and I haven't actually taken that into account because I haven't actually looked at a lot of coolants. Normally, I just get the cheapest and I'll just pour it in. It doesn't call for like Toyota or whatever. I'll use the Hypertech stuff from Walmart, and that does well enough. You know what? If I had to think about it some more, and my car has 220,000 miles, at this point, I don't know. You guys let me know whether what you guys would do or what you guys have done, because one thing I noticed about Toyota is OEM parts are really important to the workings of the vehicle. Toyotas in particular. I mean, Hondas, Nissans, Fords, any of the other vehicles, you could replace a part, not have issues with it. Maybe it's because I'm driving a Prius. Maybe because I'm driving a Prius and it's a hybrid and everything's like specified to a certain degree. It is specified to a certain degree because of the way it needs to operate as far as the car is concerned. I think that might be that might be the issue. But my review of this is essentially anybody else's. My review of this. How do you review coolants, guys? Okay, how do you guys review coolants? They're pretty. All these coolants are you can get pretty decent coolants for like $10-15. I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat this as like, oh, you know what, this is like the best coolant around. I could show you proof of it, etc., etc. I mean, it's Toyota stuff. I'm gonna trust that Toyota actually is on the ball game as far as their stuff is concerned. I'm gonna say just off the bat, if you guys have a car that you guys care about, that's Toyota, that's manufactured by Toyota, this is probably the thing to get. Because it's more of a peace of mind kind of thing. It's not one of those things where one brand of coolant is better than the other brand of coolant. I highly doubt that. It's just a peace of mind. Like, if anything goes wrong, you could just immediately just discount, I use this brand of coolant and that's might be what's causing it. Instead, I use Toyota stuff, and anything, I could just discount anything that could be causing the issue because I put in the stuff that it's supposed to, that's specified by the company that you're supposed to put in your car. So, but anyway, let me just stop yapping. You guys have a comment on this, and I'm sure you guys do. I mean, $30. What do you guys think? Is that expensive or not? Because those dealerships, everything's expensive. But is it expensive? Would you go out and get this? Would you go out and get this coolant over the $15 over the counter brand, and a lot of these over the counter brands are name brand coolant manufacturers. But anyway, leave a comment, subscribe. If you guys have had any issues with this coolant, if you guys swear by it and you guys have your vehicles driving like since forever with this coolant and it's never let you down, definitely leave a comment in the comment section. Please subscribe, please give me a thumbs up, all that good stuff. Appreciate your time, guys. Take care.